So calcium, regarding calcium, you know many things, right? From your theory class. What is calcium? Calcium ki? It's a mineral. And which type of mineral it is? Macro or micro? Macro. Macro minerals, right? अच्छा मैक्रो और माइक्रो मिनरल से डिफरेंशिएशन की करे হয় the amount required based on the amount daily required amount. If it is more than 1 gram per day, it is known as macronutrients or macro mineral. Okay, so iron, calcium, these are macro minerals. So why calcium is important as a nutrient? For bone formation and teeth formation. So other than bone and teeth formation, that is a structural part. What are the other roles of calcium or the functions of calcium in our body? First function is bone and teeth formation. Other than these, what are the other functions of calcium in our body? Anybody? There are many roles of calcium in our body. It is a part of coagulation pathway, right? Blood coagulation pathway. Next. Is it required for muscle contraction? Is it required for nerve impulse induction? And so write down the functions. Calcium is the main component of bone and teeth. Main function of calcium is bone and teeth formation. Next is calcium is essential for coagulation pathway, blood coagulation pathway. It is required for muscle contraction. Number 3. Number 4, required for nerve impulse generation or induction. Okay. Clear? Now, what is the normal range of serum calcium? What is the normal range? Before proceeding to the estimation part, we should know why we are estimating calcium. We know the functions. Now we have to know the normal range of serum calcium. কেউ বলতে পারবে? 9 to 11 milligram per dl. Normal range varies from 9 to 11 milligram per dl. Okay. So, what are the causes where the concentration of calcium in serum may decrease? If it decreases below 8.6, it is known as hypocalcemia. If the calcium level decreases beyond 8.6 milligram per dl, it is known as hypocalcemia. And hypercalcemia is if the value is more than 11 milligram per dl, it will be known as hypercalcemia. So what are the causes? So before going to the causes of hypocalcemia and hypercalcemia, we have to remember or we have to recapitulate the regulation process of calcium maintenance, right? Or calcium maintenance process. So what by which organs or which hormones calcium concentration is regulated? Calcitonin, parathormone and vitamin D. These are the three hormones, or if you say vitamin, okay, vitamin D and calcitonin and parathormone. And what are the organs related to regulation of calcium concentration in our body? The major storage organ is bone. Bone is the major storage part of calcium. Like whole calcium of our body, 99% of the calcium is stored in bones and teeth. The 1% that is free calcium that we can measure. Okay. So the major organ is bone, second is intestine, and third is kidney. Why? Because from intestine we can absorb the dietary calcium. Right? Stored part is bone, and the regular intake is from our diet, and that is absorbed from our intestine. And why kidney? It helps in reabsorption of calcium if required. Right? From renal tubules, calcium can be reabsorbed when required. So these are the three organs like bones, kidneys and intestine. And the hormones that regulate calcium concentration, they are calcitonin, parathormone and vitamin D. What is the role of calcitonin in calcium concentration maintenance? Calcitonin decreases calcium concentration. How? By deposition of calcium into the bones. Okay, if there is free calcium in our serum or blood, calcitonin will help in deposition of that free calcium into the bones and teeth. And it also decreases the intestinal absorption of calcium and decreases the renal reabsorption of calcium. Okay, so how the serum calcium level is increased? Either from breaking down calcium from bone or by increased uptake from intestine or increased reabsorption from kidneys. So calcitonin promotes bone formation, okay, prevents bone breakdown. It prevents the intestinal absorption, or it decreases the intestinal absorption and renal reabsorption. Okay, thus it helps in lowering the calcium level in blood. Clear for all? And parathormone acts exactly opposite. Right? How? When the serum calcium level is low, it will promote bone breakdown. Right? Parathormone will lead to bone breakdown, releasing free calcium in blood from bone, and it will increase intestinal absorption of free dietary calcium and renal reabsorption of calcium. Clear? Vitamin D helps in parathormone. Okay, it acts in a same process. In kidneys, vitamin D is activated and it helps in absorption of calcium from intestine. Clear? সবাই বুঝতে পেরেছে? So the introduction for calcium is clear for all. Okay, now we will proceed to the estimation method. This estimation method is OCPC method. Method is OCPC. Full form of this is orthocresophthalin complexon method. Okay. Orthocresophthalin complexon method. For this, the sample required is serum sample, and serum sample is collected in which vial? Which blood collection vial? ব্লাড কালেকশন ভায়ালস তো একটা আলাদা ক্লাসও নেওয়া হলো তোদের। So for separating serum we use red cap vial without any anticoagulant. No anticoagulant is required for serum separation. We have to promote clot formation and then we can centrifuge and separate the serum part. So for OCPC method, sample required is serum sample should be collected in red vial. Okay. Now write down the principle of this method. Calcium present in serum reacts with OCPC in alkaline medium and forms a calcium OCPC complex, which is pink or purple in color. The principle of this test is serum calcium present in serum reacts with the OCPC, that is orthocresophthalin complexion, and in alkaline medium and forms a calcium OCPC complex which is pink or purple in color, and the filter used (578 nanometer) or yellow filter. Yellow filter or 578 nanometer filter is used for the measurement of absorbance of this colored complex. Is it clear? Okay, now come to the reagents. Here two reagents are provided, L1 and L2. L1 is a buffer reagent, L2 is the color reagent. In reagents L1 and L2, L1 is buffer, L2 is color reagent, and they are ready to use. Here a standard is provided of 10 milligram per dl concentration. The concentration of standard here is 10 milligram per dl. Concentration of the standard. What is the role of standard? অনেক দিন ধরে standard পড়ানো হয়েছে. What is the role of standard in an estimation method? What is the role of the standard provided? Standard টা কি? কি রে? তোদের এই অবস্থা কেন রে? প্রথম থেকে ব্ল্যাঙ্ক, স্ট্যান্ডার্ড আর টেস্ট, তিনটে টেস্ট টিউবে আমরা টেস্ট করছি। ব্ল্যাঙ্কের কি রোল, টেস্টের কি রোল আর স্ট্যান্ডার্ডের কি রোল? ব্ল্যাঙ্ক is to see whether there is any impurities in the reagent or not. In blank we use distilled water. So in distilled water no calcium or no parameter should be present, right? So in case of measurement of distilled water in blank test tube, there should be no color change, only reagents present, and that detects our OD blank. What was the equation? Concentration of unknown is equal to OD unknown minus OD blank by OD standard minus OD blank into concentration of standard. এইটা যদি ভুলে যাস তাহলে আর পরীক্ষায় আসার কোনো মানে নেই। এই ইকুয়েশনটা যদি তোরা মনে রাখতে না পারিস ইভেন আফটার ইওর সেকেন্ড ইন্টারনাল অ্যাসেসমেন্ট, তাহলে আর পরীক্ষায় আসার কোনো মানে নেই। So here we will measure the concentration of unknown and standard concentration is this. So তোরা কেউ বলতেই পারছিস না what is the role of standard? What is the role of standard concentration? Standard is provided in our kit with the reagent. Standard is provided by company along with the reagents, and this 10 milligram is to calibrate or is to confirm that in our machine the standard gives 10 milligram per dl concentration or not. We have to compare whether our machine is working properly or not. So standard is to do that part. And what is the role of blank? Standard is for this, and to estimate ODS also. From standard we will get ODS also, and from the blank solution, distilled water solution, from that test tube we will get OD blank, yes or no, and the apparatus required. So key point holo under OCPC method, first of all principle, then sample required, then reagents, filter, প্রিন্সিপালের পরে ফিল্টার লিখবি, তারপরে কি স্যাম্পল লাগছে, তারপরে কি রিএজেন্টস আছে, দেন হোয়াট আর দ্য অ্যাপারেটাস রিকোয়ার্ড, কি কি অ্যাপারেটাস লাগে আমাদের এই টেস্ট গুলো করতে, তাই লাগবে পিপেট, টিপস, টেস্ট টিউব এন্ড রিএজেন্টস এন্ড আ সেমি অটো অ্যানালাইজার, তাই তো? সো লিখে রাখ, these are the instruments or apparatus required. Micropipettes, tips, test tubes, distilled water টা রিএজেন্টের মধ্যে লিখতে হবে, আর সেমি অটো অ্যানালাইজার। Now come to the procedure. We have to take 3 test tubes, blank, standard and test. In reagents we have L1, L2, we have to take distilled water, we have to take standard solution and test sample. So L1 and L2 we have to take 500 ml in each test tube. Distilled water only in blank test tube 20 ml. কি হয়েছে, কথা কিসের? Not in standard, not in test. Standard solution in standard test tube 20 ml and test sample only in the test tube. Sorry, this is not ml, this is microliter. This is microliter, my fault. Okay. 500 microliter of L1, L2 in each test tube and 20 ml of distilled water standard and test sample in respective test tubes. Then at room temperature for 5 minutes. Incubate at room temperature for 5 minutes. Then we have to calculate the OD blank. We have to measure the OD blank, OD standard and OD test. And the filter is this. Yellow filter or 578 nanometer wavelength. So from these values we can put in this equation and measure the concentration of calcium in serum easily. Taito? So this is the calculation part. After procedure comes calculation. Next, result. You will get a value and you have to interpret this. Suppose we got 9.2 milligram per dl of serum calcium. ঠিক আছে? So you have to interpret whether this is normal or not. So this is normal. Generally we find hypocalcemia in majority patients. Okay. Mostly in aged patients we find like 8.2. Value nearing 8 to 9 is very common unless he or she takes supplement, calcium supplement. ठीक है? So is this okay? We have to write an interpretation. Result and its interpretation. If it comes within normal range, we have to write it is in normal range. If it is lower than the normal range, we have to write patient is suffering from hypocalcemia. If it comes above the normal range, we have to write patient is suffering from hypercalcemia. Okay. Now clinical correlation. Clinical correlation of hypo and hypercalcemia. কি হতে পারে? হাইপোক্যালসিমিয়া কখন হতে পারে? ভিটামিন ডি ডেফিসিয়েন্সি হলে হতে পারে, আর হাইপোপ্যারাথাইরয়েডিজমেও হতে পারে, তাই তো? So causes of hypocalcemia could be vitamin D deficiency, that is in rickets for children and osteomalacia for adults. Vitamin D deficiency is a major cause of hypocalcemia along with hypoparathyroidism. In case of kidney failure also, renal reabsorption is hampered. So in case of kidney failure, we can see hypocalcemia. Okay. লিখতে পারছিস? তোরা লিখেছিস নাকি লিখবো? কজেস গুলো লেখার দরকার নেই তো আমার, বলে দিচ্ছি, আবার রিপিট করছি। হাইপোক্যালসিমিয়া মেইন কজ ভিটামিন ডি ডেফিসিয়েন্সি, নেক্সট hypoparathyroidism, next is kidney failure, next malabsorption. Malabsorption where the dietary calcium is not properly absorbed into our blood, তাই তো? From intestine. You always have to remember the source and the input and the output. Okay, so in case of calcium, input is intestinal absorption, or bone resorption or renal reabsorption. And in case of output, decrease this and decrease this. তাই তো আউটপুট কোথায় কোথায় হতে পারে? So this is the cause of increase in serum calcium level and this is the causes of decreased serum calcium level. If the intestinal absorption is low, it will lead to low calcium. If the bone resorption is low, bone resorption means bone breakdown is low or bone formation is in higher side, it may lead to like lower serum calcium that is mediated by calcitonin. And renal reabsorption, if renal reabsorption is hampered, then it may also lead to low calcium level. ঠিক আছে? So হয়ে গেছে causes are malnutrition. In a case of malnourished child or malnourished person, calcium deficiency or hypocalcemia may be seen. So the fifth point will be malnutrition. পাঁচটা পয়েন্ট হলো তো? Why? কি কি চারটে হলো? Vitamin D deficiency, hypoparathyroidism, renal failure, malabsorption and malnutrition. These two are different things. Malabsorption happens in irritable bowel syndrome like cases. Okay. So malabsorption where you are taking enough calcium with your food but it is not getting absorbed. Malnutrition is where you are deprived of that basic requirement. Okay. So malnutrition. পাঁচটা পয়েন্ট হয়েছে. Now come to the hypercalcemia. Hypocalcemia when the serum calcium level comes below 8.5 or 8.6 milligram per dl. Okay. When it comes above 11 milligram per dl, we call it hypercalcemia. And the causes of hypercalcemia will be hyperparathyroidism, excess intake of vitamin D or hypervitaminosis, in case of decreased calcitonin secretion. In case of decreased calcitonin secretion also, hypercalcemia may occur. Next, in case of any malignant bone disorder, okay, and in case of multiple myeloma, causes of hypercalcemia. And one more question that might be asked, what are the forms of calcium in our body? Like the free calcium is found in our body, that I told that only 1% of total calcium is found free in our body, but that free calcium can be further in 3 different forms. One is ionized form, okay, calcium ion. So 50% of that free calcium is in ionized state. 40% will be found as bound calcium, bound with albumin, okay, protein bound calcium. So types of calcium found in our serum, number 1 is ionized calcium. Ionized calcium, that is calcium ion, free calcium ions, that will be 50% of that free calcium. Next, 40% will be protein bound, okay, and the remaining 10% will be compound calcium, like bicarbonate, bound with bicarbonates or oxalates. Okay, ঠিক আছে? So একটা quick recap করে নে আবার. So calcium is a major mineral and it is required for our bone formation and teeth formation, and other than bone and teeth formation, there are various other functions of calcium also, like muscle contraction, blood coagulation, nerve impulse induction. And next we are measuring here the calcium concentration of serum by OCPC method. What is the full form of OCPC method? Orthocresophthalin complexon method. Thalin. Okay, so the principle of this is calcium from serum will bind with orthocresophthalin in alkaline medium to form calcium OCPC complex, which will be pink or purple in color, and from that color we can measure the OD of the solution. Okay, and for the estimation of calcium we require serum sample, not plasma sample, not whole blood. We require the serum sample. It is collected in red cap vial, which is free of any anticoagulant. Clear? Acha. Next comes the filter used. We use 578 nanometer filter or yellow filter. If we measure this in colorimeter, we will use yellow filter. Okay. Now the reagents, it contains L1 and L2 reagent. L1 is buffer reagent, L2 is color reagent, and the kit provides a standard solution of concentration of 10 milligram per dl. Okay. Now the procedure is we have to take 3 different test tubes and we have to label them as blank, standard and test. L1 and L2 reagent we have to take 500 microliter in all the test tubes, and distilled water in blank, standard solution in standard test tube, and sample in the test tube. What is the amount of sample standard and distilled water? It is 20 microliter. We have to incubate the mixture, we have to mix it properly, and then we have to incubate it at the room temperature for 5 minutes. Then we have to measure the OD. We will get OD blank, OD standard, OD test, and we know the concentration of standard. So by this equation we can easily calculate our concentration of serum calcium, okay, of the provided serum, and then we will get the result. From the result we have to interpret the result, like for each and every estimation method. I told you in your practical copy manual you have to write the interpretation. Okay, and before that you have to write the normal range also somewhere in between. Okay, what is the normal range for serum calcium? It is 9 to 11 milligram per dl. So we have to interpret whether the result is within the normal range or below or above. If it is below the normal range, it is known as hypocalcemia. If it is more than the normal range, it is known as hypercalcemia. What are the causes of hypocalcemia? ठीक है, clear? And what are the causes of hypercalcemia? Hypervitaminosis D, hyperparathyroidism, decreased calcitonin level, and malignant bone diseases and multiple myeloma.